Good afternoon. How are we doing? Good to see ya. Hello, Core. You can't get rid of me now. Remember, you're here forever. Ah, hi, Jay. Hello, Phoenix, and hi, Hope, if you're still here. Where? And hello, anyone who might be lurking. Where? How are we doing? Mwah! Hello, boopies. Apologies for the late start, but we had things happening. Hi, Rosa. Hello, boobies. No, that's this bit. That's this bit. Well, yes, it is Spook's birthday today. For those who don't know, my darling husband. And as some of you guys know, I like to go for a walk. Generally, fairly close to stream. Relatively, I tend to go for a walk, have lunch, and then stream starts immediately after. That got delayed because Spook had a phone call from, I assume, the hospital, the doctor, the GP, whatever, about the results for some of his medical stuff. And it's not my place to say what the results were, but that's why I'm late, because we were dealing with that. So yes, thank you very much. So he has the day off work. He's not here currently. When he gets back, I will likely go to a break screen for a bit, because I have his present to give him, because he actually hasn't opened it yet, because stuff has been happening. So when he gets back from what he's doing, I will give him his present, so there will be a break screen. Numerically speaking, he is older than me. Get effed. Wow. See how it is. I see how it is, Stanji. Anyway. We're back in Blender. And we're going to be doing some UVs. I did chip away at the UVs a little bit off stream because, as I keep saying, I have a lot of work to do, and that includes this. So I worked a little bit on it. I feel like I got a decent amount of the UVs sorted. I'm basically just going to get them a once over. And then we're going to be looking at getting the Substance Painter file set up so that I can start texturing this properly. Blah. Numerically, yep. The bit that you tried to correct, you still got wrong. Get aged, nerds. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not my place to talk about what he has learned, but he has learned stuff. And he's kind of dealing with it. UV time, yay! Yay, UVs! But yes. So, here we go. As you might see, pretty good already. Because I maintained a lot of the original UVs. I literally took the high unit head UV and just put it where the Mama Gen head UV was. There's quite a bit of empty space when I sort of sit and look at it, so I could do a little bit of arranging if I wanted to. But all in all, this is pretty good. I had to do some shuffling here because obviously we added in an entire extra finger. So the hand UV I like completely redid, but they're there. Otherwise, I think it is good. I think what I should do for this instance is, if I can, switch to this. Put you there. We're going to switch you to UV test. Put you in there instead. Yes, so this bean and the one on the other side is a bit warped because we completely remodeled the shape of it. Is the stream freezing? I will say it looks like I'm having issues, which is unfortunate. I don't know if that's on my end or Twitch's end. Unfortunately. If you require anything from me, I doubt it. You know where to find me. I do, ye. Hopefully at this point, this process is not a process that will require feedback. This is just meticulous sorting. Sort, we love to arbitrarily sort. Yeah, I can see on my status thing that something isn't happy. I don't know what it is, because, you know, the internet seems fine. So, don't know. So, apologies on that front. Okay, but this is all... Okay. Fairly even distribution. So yeah, I think the only thing really is that warping on this bean, which is fine. Select you, and select you. There we go, they can squeeze into that bit there because they are bigger than the average beans. Yeah, they've got this little bit of overlap here. I'm just going to grab you and put you there instead, since we have the space for it. In fact, I would like to maybe enlarge the face ever so slightly, just because we look at the face a lot, so it's not an awful idea to give the face a little bit more, like, UV space. And also, kind of just for me, I think I might flip the back, because the back is actually upside down. Technically, the orientation doesn't matter, asterisks, unless you are doing certain things, notably things like audio link and, like, scrolling emissions, because the direction that they scroll in is affected by your UV. So if you have an upwards scroll on an emission, it would go, like, down the front, but then it would go up the back. So, yeah, I might give that a little rotate. You can see why they rotated it, because it fits in better with the body, but I'll work it out. Move these up. Make sure that that is there. Like that. Like that. So there we go. So now the so if we can, let's put you there. Put you down to here so that the face can come down just slightly. We're going to enlarge it just a little bit. Just so that there's a little bit more room for that face. Hi, Raz! Happy Friday. That's the tongue. These are bits of our jaw. That's the neck, I seem to recall, because obviously we sliced the neck off, so there is a little bit of an awkward bit there, but it is fine. One thing I would like to know is... I want to know what these bits are. What bit is that? Because to me it looks like a bit of fluff, but fluff shouldn't be on this bit. What are you? What are you? What are you part of? Oh, are you like... Are you the cheek fluff that's hidden? Are you this bit of cheek fluff on this side of the face that I can't see? Hang on. Select hair, H to hide hair. No, it's red, and those are on the yellow. What are these red bits? I do not see them. The foot claws? No, the claws are all around the bottom. It's part of the tail? That ain't right. Shouldn't be displaying if it's part of the tail. Because if I select the fluff and then hide the fluff, there shouldn't be any remaining to display. Fluffing somebody's cheeks does not sound PG-13. God damn it, Core. So it is still there. What am I missing that I don't know what that is? I'm mostly just confused that I can't identify what part of the model that is. Oh, is it the bottom of the toes? It's the bottom of the toes. There we go. Question averted. These are the bottom of the toes, not the top of the toes, but the bottom of the toes. Because the top of the toes are these bits. Of course, the top of the foot is different from the bottom of the foot. Okay, well that's answered that mystery. That was confusing me a lot. Okay. Mostly I'm trying to work out, does that face have enough UV space? I suppose looking at how big the letters and stuff are, the answer is probably yes. Because I don't think there's anything I want to squish down anymore. Obviously, to add space to something, you have to take away space from something else. Okay, well, the important thing is anything overlapping? It's a little close. None of this is overlapping. That is fine there. Oh, this is overlapping. There you go, just rotate that. That's a little bit close. Just move it along slightly. That is not touching. That's very close, but it isn't touching. It's close, but it isn't touching. I might squidge it over just a touch. Just a touch more. Zip it up. And that's okay. So the main one that I did already go and check was because we added in an extra finger and extra beans and stuff. Some of these were overlapping. So I will check these one more time by literally just doing this and grabbing them and moving to the side. And that will just quickly check if anything is hiding underneath, because when you duplicate something, it occupies the same UV space. So I just went through and quickly checked that there was nothing hiding underneath all of these. The important thing is to lock in and not disassociate when you're just going off muscle memory and repeating the same movement over and over. Actually look at what you're doing and register if there is a duplicate. That is fine, that is fine, that is fine, that is fine. It's also very close to that claw. I'm just gonna do that. It's fine. So yeah. As part of the benefit of how I did this was I would try to do it in a non-destructive way so that UVs would be somewhat maintained. Which they have. Tell you what, these little claws could be a little bit bigger. Just because there is space down here. And I don't mind stuff on the hands being a bit bigger, because when you are in VR, you will be looking at your hands. These ones are big enough. These ones could maybe be a little bit bigger. Those are probably the feet claws, but it doesn't matter. Make them bigger, there's space for it. Same with these, actually. These are the eyebrows. Doesn't hurt to make them bigger because there's space. Thing is, if I completely ripped up these UVs and did them from scratch, I could potentially put them together even more optimized, but honestly, I don't need to. These ones are fine. You don't always have to get rid of every single gap. Like, when you look at the cobble UVs, I crammed in everything because I tried desperately to cram every single part of the cobble onto a single material, because I was desperately trying to make it I wanted to make it as good a ranking as possible to start with, so that if you added clothes, it would still be a good rank. So the base cobble has only 2 materials, which is the eyes and then everything else. So when you look at the UVs, they're kind of crammed in there. But I think I did it in a way that was neat. Do I have the image of the cobble UVs? Just a little show and tell for chat. A lot of you saw when were there when I made it, but I like to show people my stuff because I take pride in my work. Yeah, there's the cobbles UVs. Cobble UVs. Unwraps your cobble. So, as you can see, still plenty of gaps in between. But I think I did a pretty good job sort of maximizing all of the stuff, especially like all of these different horns. These are like multiple different ears, the hands, the fingers. Also symmetrical. Symmetrical on like the body and the arms and stuff. My hope was that if someone opened up the UV, my hope was that you could look at it and kind of work out what part of the cobble you were looking at, purely based off the UV and based off where I positioned things. So, you know, the head is above the body, the arms are either side of the body, the legs either side, lower down the body, feet towards the bottom. Back and tail were just kind of like put where they could go. But yeah, I tried to optimize this as good as I could. Teeth are all in order, because we know we love our teeth, so they're like all in order from left to right, top jaw and bottom jaw. That took a lot of time, just meticulously doing the teeth. So yeah. Okay, I think we are done body-wise. I think that's now done. So let's put you back in. Delete that one. Save. The fact I can somewhat figure out what everything is shows it's pretty clear, I think, because I have none of the knowledge of it. Thanks, Raz. See, that is good. It's like there are the two extremes. There are the two extremes of praise when it comes to like the work of praise from someone who knows nothing about it and praise from someone who is a complete expert. Of just like the two extremes of if someone who is an expert likes it and someone who knows nothing about it also is like, yeah, I can get it. It's like, yes, I can understand it. Yeah, and the reason I did that was, even though I do provide a Substance Painter file, there was just the thing in the back of my mind of not everyone who buys an avatar owns Substance Painter, and not everyone who buys an avatar can afford to commission someone to retexture it. So if they open up those UVs in just Photoshop, even though nothing is labeled, hopefully you can tell what you're looking at. Of this is clearly the face, this is the chest, this is the tail. So hope that was the hope. Ugh. And then it didn't sell very well. Sad face. But I learned a lot from it. And that's important. Oh god, don't even get me started on this fucking hair! We're just gonna hide the hair because we're not dealing with that. Eye gloss doesn't need any real UV mapping at all because it doesn't have a texture applied. So gonna hide that. Eye material does what it says on the tin. Pretty much every avatar creator in the space likes to do eyes like this. I did mine the same as well. You basically cut the eye in half, and you have the part at the front and the part at the back. I do love that hair. I want to die. I love having the I get it even when I have no idea. Yeah. It helps other people gain some insight into it too. It may help them get interested into it. Yeah. Everyone was a beginner at some point. Ugh. Okay. So eyes also don't really need any work. I can see as well that they have also done, again, what a lot of people do, where when doing the texture, they've basically just selected the faces and gone fill, which I did on my avatar, You see it done on a lot of avatars. It's just a very easy way to do eyes of like, here's a circle, just select the circle and fill it. So that will be useful for me when retexturing, because I will, even though there is an eye texture here that I don't need to change, I will be making my own eye texture. So that is helpful for me to remember. I will probably forget when it comes to retexturing, but I need to remind myself that basically this line, this little double line here is where the pupil goes, and then this double line here is where the iris and sclera, that's the word, meet, because there are blend shapes that change the shape of the eye. So I will want to stick to them. Good jump, Raz. Nice. Also, there's 2 Crobats on the screen. The more Crobats, the better. Best boy. I believe Stanji is the other Crobat. Husband has texted me. Sorry, what? You're a Crobat. The Pokemon on the screen. There's 2 Crobats. We were commenting that there were 2 Crobats. I'm sad it didn't sell. I wanted an army of kobolds. So did I. So did I. So did I. I think when Ferality comes around this year, I'm going to put it on sale and see if I get any bites. Because at this point, it's also a few years old. So I think I might put the Cobble on sale. See if we get any bites. Yeah, hang on. Husbando has texted me. But yeah, as I was saying, there are blend shapes to, for the expressions to make the pupils smaller and larger. So I do need to make sure when I am texturing that I keep the pupil in the correct space so that the blend shapes still work correctly. But otherwise, they don't need changing. So think about what bad guy said. Piercings. Piercings I already went over and I'm fairly content with. They didn't really have proper UVs because, again, I think on the base model, they don't really have a texture, quote unquote. They just have the material with just a plain grey color in the color channel and just have the specular turned up to make them shiny. So I gave them just a little organize so that if we want them to be different colors, we can make them different colors, whereas before it was kind of made so that they would all just be the same. Kind of like the hair, but the hair is worse. So yeah, all of these were sort of like somewhat sharing the same UV space. I have neatly separated them out. That's done. I don't think I really need to go over them any more than that, because they're also very small, so at that level, the detail wouldn't really be noticed. So we just did the body, which I'm not going to hide just yet. But then we have the fluff, which I had briefly gone over this to try to organize it a little bit. It's not really organized, but basically a lot of these were over this. They were occupying the same UV space. So I just went and dragged all of them over. This is where now I'm going to actually organize them. The hair has been half this project. Yeah, the half of the work has been on that hair. Again, and to quote myself, that is a product that somebody sold. Insane behavior. Okay, so we're gonna go shading. We're gonna do this again. So duplicate this one. Change. Okay, we're gonna try again. I can see that the connection is still not good. If it goes down again, I will leave it and just keep working. But yeah, don't fully know what the problem is. But yeah, I've restarted the router. This is best I can do. Yeah, there you go, cool. Okay, if you are still with me, please consider refreshing the page as well. I have obviously, like, you know, closed things and opened them again, but if you can, please also refresh the page yourself. Or close the app and reopen it, if you can. Bleh. Bleh. Okay. Okay, I see that you did do this. Yeah. Brr, 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 brr. Okay, anyway. I will carry on as best I can. Because we will keep continuing to sort. So the tail UVs should really just be how they are on the Volpa, because it's a Volpa tail. So they should still be fine. It's mostly just down to personal preference, I think, if I want to sort them in any particular way. So you can kind of see how they are going. They look all right. So I don't think there's any major bits of scrungliness happening. As you can see, because I duplicated some of these tufts. To make the this sort of like back fluff, hip fluff. It's not really on the butt, so just this tail base. Although you can see from how I've rotated them that the UV seams have ended up on top. I think I'll probably change that. think I would like to change where these seams go. Just because having the seam on top can be a bit Would rather have the seam on the side. Like that one. So these ones we are going to redo. Again, another prime example of, is this necessary? Not at all. Not in the slightest. But if I'm going to do a job, I want to do a good job. Okay, so clear seam. So where's the best place for these? Do it like that. Huh. Interestingly, I haven't made that fluff symmetrical. I suppose I could. It doesn't matter too much if it isn't perfectly symmetrical. Oh, no, it is. I think it is symmetrical. No, it's just where I've selected the edges. Points down the street. Hey, look, capitalism. Desperate for that bingo win again, are you, Core? Yeah, I can see the connection is still bad. Screams! Numbers go up and it benefits my friend. Yeah! But number go up. Number go up! One lump or two. Oh no, oh no. What's oh no? Okay. Yeah, again, I can see that the connection is still bad, which is weird because like I have internet. Like all of the stuff that requires the internet to function is working, but evidently it's just not good. Which, you know, is frustrating because we pay to have good internet. So they are evidently doing something. Maybe they're doing maintenance somewhere. That can just be a thing. Is it possible to lower your outbound bitrate? I believe so, but I don't know if while I'm live. Yeah, I don't know if that's a thing I can change while I am going. Yeah, all of the settings for that are grayed out, so I can't change it while I'm live. I think just in general, actually, now that I look at it, my bitrate settings may actually be a little bit high, so perhaps in general I should just lower that anyway. Audio seems fine, it's the video that's stuttering, fair. Yeah, I can see frames are being dropped. That's the main thing that's like flagging up as like a warning on OBS for me of, hey, you're dropping frames. Like a lot of frames. So yeah. Monster Hunter added in bug sticks. Oh yeah, I did see that. I did see that. I still haven't opened the app for the first time. I still haven't opened the app in ages. But I did see that they added it in. So I suppose maybe at some point I'll open the app just to see how it, like, plays. Okay. Okay. So we have re-UV'd all of these bits. Because I think anything above that is part of the original tail. So I'm going to re-unwrap all of those. They're going to need to be squidged the fuck down. Just going to move them there temporarily. Select. So yeah, all of these bits of tufts and stuff not organized in the slightest. So this might be where I do some organizing. Where's my UV tool? I haven't used it in a while. That was literally bought for me by you guys on Throne. Reminder, I have a throne, by the way. Teehee. Well, that didn't do what I hoped it would do. Mm-hmm. It's like half doing it. It's like half doing what I'm trying to do. Popped open for a look, and they like, hey, look, big bug sticks. Now your friends can be attack helicopters, not actually, but still. It's that track that I like, and every time it comes on, I'm like, oh, this track is good, because it is a good track. Yeah, that's definitely messing it up more. Come closer to me. Can I breathe you? I need you. Come closer to me. Do you know what you do is the friction? Don't want it to do that bit. Do you know what you do is the friction? It's the AI's fault it's stealing your bandwidth for its nefarious purposes of putting boobs on things and giving people too many fingers. God, I wish that was a joke, but there's probably something to that, frankly. Seam on this okay? Looks like it is. The way you move, the way you feel. Ooh, he's home. Hey, Cookie. I'm having some connection issues today. I didn't realize there was a face in there. I think I filled that in intentionally, though. I think I did intentionally fill that in on the off chance it peeked through. Yes, stream is having issues today. I do apologize. I have tried to rectify it as much as I can, but I think it is legitimately out of my control. There we go. Doesn't that look nice, everyone? Beautifully organised. Furry's built the internet, but AI ruined it. Pretty much. Yeah, I think he summarized it pretty well. That probably doesn't need to be that big. These could probably be a little bit bigger. Thank you for the reminder to drink water. Spook is doing himself a snack. He forgot to eat lunch. Well, not forgot, because his stomach's been hurting him so much. He is unfortunately sometimes intentionally skipping meals, which isn't, you know, a good thing to do, but you can understand why when it's like, hey, this causes me pain. I would like to avoid having pain. Like, yeah, that's very understandable. What are you? You're this. You got left behind. Oh no. Oh no, they got left behind. There we go. You're supposed to be part of that. Okay, so I feel like I'm not going to mess with the tail because this section here is all of the Volpa tail that was like put to one side, whereas all of this is like all of the Mama Gen fluff that I had to like manually like pull away from here. So this is all, well, it looks figuratively in order. It actually isn't. This is not in order at all. So I think I am going to sit and order it because again, it is probably not necessary in the slightest, but I am doing it kind of for my own sake. Okay, but I don't think I need to alter the UVs on that. How are the UVs on this looking? They're fine as well. See, I don't need to edit any UVs. I'm just sorting. Can barely understand his stream freezes mid-explain. I'm trying, okay? I am trying to just go about my work. Okay? It's out of my control, and I'm trying to make the best of the situation. Maybe lower the bitrate. I know you're just trying to help. Do you not think I have already explored things? It was established earlier that I cannot change the bitrate while I am live. I know you are trying to help. I mean, no harm, I come in peace. I know. I'm trying my best. Hi, Lying! The stream is suffering at the moment, but hello. That's why I'm taking a deep breath, because my brain is literally screaming at me, don't get mad at people who are trying to help. It's not their fault. I'm like, nope, it's not their fault. Don't get mad at them. They're just trying to help. Ba-ba-ba-ba. So that one is that side tuft there. So I'm going to put this off to the side like these. Put that one like there. And do that like this. So that's that. Come suffer with us. Okay, UV symmetrize. Nope. UV repair. There we go, nice and symmetrical. Nice and neat. Move you down to here for now. Okay, so that's the foot done. Next we do a leggy. Select. So that is, again, we're going to try to organize this in my brain. So that's base the tail. We're going to put you like here. This is ankle, so we're going to put ankle below tail. Imagine a wizard that doesn't exactly know where words come from. Zip it up. Okay. So next we're going to do these bits. Interesting that that UV is like that. I'm not going to change it. Don't change this one. It's fine. So grab you. We love to arbitrarily sort. I'm going to organize you peasants, turns them into hearts, livers, and stomachs. What the fuck? If you laid a peasant's vascular system end to end, the angry mob would not be pleased. No, I don't think that would go down well. Where's that? Put that one here. Wow. Wow. When the curse is complete. Ah, that one snuck off over onto the other side. Terror's the least I can do. Soon she will feel that her nightmares are real. My dear, here's a sign. It's the end of the line. Oop. There we go. You know, you can see comparing the two legs, you can see how one is more organized than the other because the gradient now goes across all of these tufts, whereas you can see this is all like jumbled. So now I'm gonna grab the other side. Grab all of that. Go select my little tool. It's not quite over the line. Try again. Select my tool. And go over all of these. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful rainbow knees. Okay, we're gonna put you. I'm gonna put you under the tail, but above the ankle. So you can go like that. These two stacks are probably gonna have to go like this for economy of space. Because basically this entire thing is going to be 1/2 for the tail, 1/2 for all of these fluffy bits. Considering Kaelin had Common as a second brackets third language, I'm going to use that as a threat. I'm going to organise you for everybody confused. Oh yeah. Honestly, when I made the stream title to be Unwraps your UV's cute face, it is partially as a threat. Because what is organising your UVs? Well, it's taking apart someone's skin and, you know, organising it in a pretty manner. Teehee organises your UVs. Okay, I'm going to do shoulder next just because shoulder is nice and small. Do it point down. Wow. Nope, not that. UV, symmetrize. You, and you, and you. Like that. I also realised I've been doing this right and left, but like, because of how the UVs look, I should probably flip them. This one probably should be on this side. Like that. Same with all of these. Okay, that one is the left one. This one is... So yeah, I should put that one on that side, like that. So when you're looking at them from the front, they correspond to the two sides. Tail's a bit more awkward because you would flip. So I would keep it like that, I think. So the way that you look at them in 2D somewhat corresponds to how you look at them in 3D. Okay, so elbows. Elbows is all that's left, which in theory should neaten this area here, should neaten all of these so that I can then take these and just go whoop. But yeah, these two stacks are going to have to stack on top of each other. So I'm going to move you here for now. Okay, so let's start with you. This big one. I'm going to have them point downwards. Oops. Will always lend a hand. For machine they have provided. We'll do you. Oh, is that all of you? Do you not have another half? No, it does not. That's it on its own. Let's put you like there. Toxic love. Yeah. Oops. Creeping in your fizz bones and flipping your UVs. Teehee rearranges your bones. rearranges your bones, but like in a cute way. That's the same song twice. You're supposed to be on shuffle. You are on shuffle. That was an unlikely coincidence then. As I said, I want these to point downwards. I'm going to have all the fur strands point downwards. Oops. Keep doing that because H is next to G. There we go. Organised. Now, I'm going to select all of these again. Oops. Select all of them. Come over here. And then we use my little tool. Face tracker's running low on battery. Wow. Beautiful. Oh, we've got a few leftover bits. What are these leftover bits, do we think? Part of the tail still? They're quite small. They're quite small pieces. I'm going to select you and hide you. Hmm. It's some bits of the leg fluff that got missed. Fascinating. Not entirely sure how that happened. I went through and selected all of you. Oh, there's like bits hidden. Oh, there's bits that you can't even see. Oh, because these are on the knee when the knee bends. Right. I was about to be like, if I can't see them, surely I should delete them. But it would be when the knee bends. In fact, let me see. If I go here, I lift you up and then lift you down. I would argue you still can't really see that. In that case, they're not really needed. I could save some more polygons there. Admittedly, I don't necessarily need to save polygons at this point. I'm at 56k. I'm like pretty damn good. I'm well below the 70k limit I was trying to be below. Because, yeah, it is literally just... It's 32 or 70, and we're well above 32. And we're pretty well below 70, so getting rid of those doesn't really save us much. But I suppose it wouldn't hurt. It means we have more wiggle room for clothing. I like seeing the rainbow of them being organised. Yeah, kind of unnecessary. Where's my hide? Cheek, shoulder, hock. Hock is the ankle one. Where's knee? Knee fluff. Yeah, that kind of just tucks them in there. That's really interesting. That's really interesting that I didn't even know that. That there's just like a couple of extra bits of hair just hidden inside. Like, damn, okay. I don't know if to delete them because I don't know if it's going to break something, but in my brain I'm desperately trying to think like, what would it break? I don't think it would break anything if I just got rid of those. How many polys would I save if I got rid of those? So it's like that one. That one. I'm also trying to see like which ones are visible. Oh, I suppose I can tell from which ones have mucked up UVs, which ones are the ones that are visible, because the ones with the mucked up UVs I didn't see. So it would be those ones, which is a saving of only 200. That's really not a lot. It's not that big of a saving, frankly. for like potential issues to come up. I think I'm just going to organize them and not mess with them so that we don't risk causing problems. Where's the rest of you? That's all of that one. That's that. There's another half to that. That's that one. That's the other half of that one, so those two go together. That's that. That's the other half of you. There we go. Those two go together. Okay. Blue takes apart somebody's bones, puts them back together. I have weird extra bits I don't know what to do with. Humans probably don't need a baculum anyway, and now I'm having to Google what that is. Ah. Mm-hmm. No, that's not needed. And I refuse to say any more on that. Google that at your own risk. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the direction I want those to point in. Wish you were nice and shiny. So now we select all of that, and there's still some left because I haven't mirrored it. Because I have not mirrored them yet. So we are going to do our little tool. Repair. Hang on, I need to zoom in. The only problem with that tool is I can't like move the camera, so I have to like be in the correct position. So those are all our bits. UV, repair. There we go. And yeah, you can almost see how like that split, there's the half and half split. So this is all tail, and everything else is fluff. So now we are going to try our best to slot all of them into here. So this was elbow. This is where, like, stacking is probably going to have to happen. So those stack on each other like that. You go up there. You guys go underneath. You're going to go like that. You're going to go underneath. Them's the feet. Okay, so a little bit more organising here. So now you two we're going to put to the side and we're going to stack these two clusters. So you go up there. Okay. And these two clusters, I wanted to try to keep at the bottom, but it's okay if we don't, in order to keep a neat stack. And now I'm going to do a little bit of scrunching to get everybody squished up. Let's get everybody squished up together. Hi, Vaz! Out of context, UV wrapping does seem like serial killer stuff. See? Exactly. Tee, I'm going to take you apart at the seams. I just got to reorganize your surface a little bit. Is Blender giving you a hard time? No, it's the internet. Sorry if the stream is laggy. The internet is acting funky. Don't know why. I don't know if they're just doing maintenance somewhere, maybe. Internet just being weird today. There we go, okay. So everything is now on. You have space. So I can do more squishing as well. We can squish more things up. We like to arbitrarily sort because we're neurodivergent. I mean, what? Mm-hmm. This is what I mean by I have a love-hate relationship with UVs. Like, for example, you'll probably see the hate come out when it comes to doing the hair, but at the moment this is just a little, yay, I can just sit and move jigsaw pieces and just slightly disassociate a little bit, but not too much because I'm streaming. We can disassociate a little on stream as a treat. If I squish everything up, it can potentially enlarge some of it. Make sure that that's within the bounds there. Nothing overlapping on that side. This is all within the bounds. Now I need to just move these back down again. These can also be enlarged a little bit. Do, 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 do. Okay, I think that is going to be that. I think that's my fluff UVs. Hi, Bessa! I'm going to peel off your skin and neatly organise it into a nice tidy grid. Yeah! Mine's rainbow coloured to make it more suitable. Yes, the stream is mega choppy. I feel like I need to put, like, text on screen to just be like, I am aware the stream is lagging, it is out of my control. But you're gonna see an SP in 2 weeks. Sick! Me and Spook saw that and we did consider it, but we decided against it. Just because I think at first we were like, don't know if we could, if it was a bit maybe pricey for us. And then I think by the time we were sort of like, oh, maybe we will, they had sold out. Where are you going to see them? If you don't mind me asking. My last coding stream was literally titled, I don't know how you pronounce that. I don't know how you pronounce that. Go to the Amsterdam one. Nice, nice. There was a Birmingham one, so me and Spook were like, ooh, eye emojis, but we decided not to in the end. So we were like, holy shit, a UK performance that isn't just London. Because I hate London. Did you guys know I hate London? Maybe I haven't said it enough recently, but I hate London. Buh. Every time I select all UV jump scare, but it's literally just the hair. You'll see he's coming. Over there. Scare it off. Lundon't. Yep. It's like disassociation, but big. Fugue. Fugue. Okay. New word unlocked. Fugue. I will try to remember it, but I won't. Nintendo. Nintendo, do not do that. That describes my attitude towards Nintendo at the moment. Nintendo, what have they done this time? Many things, nothing recent. Yeah, there's nothing recent, but just in general, amicability towards Nintendo is it's at an all-time low, I think. I think a lot of us are dissatisfied with their business decisions. They're gonna lower digital prices. They should lower physical prices as well. I'm sorry, but shit's too expensive. Throws a little tantrum. Now I have to do the hair. Screams. Throws a little tantrum. Why did you make this way? Screech. Okay. Let's do this one at a time. I'm going to select all of the other stuff and hide them so that all I can see is the hair. Cries. Screech. Okey-dokey. Right, so this front one is mostly a tube. So we're gonna do it that way. There we go. Let's go shading. Hair. I also realized we can go back to fluff. Where's the fluff? Fluff, and we can plug you back in. But don't need you. Okay. Hair material. Duplicate you. Put you there. Select our test. Plug you in. Continues to make pained noises. Okay. I think this might actually be easier on my eyes if I start off in just untextured view. Okay, this one here, I'm going to treat the same, I think. I'm going to go with that there as a seam. And that there. Yeah. Bleh. Okay, so for this one we're going to go there and fairly opposite to it. Not totally opposite, but fairly opposite to it. We'll go with that. Perhaps this one. That line might be better. UV unwrap. UV unwrap. Okay. Let's do this way. So we're gonna like vaguely organize them down at the bottom. So you can go there. You can go here. Okay, that's a little extreme from what I wanted. I should fidget with them once I actually have them seamed up correctly. Currently, they are not seamed correctly. Fucking look at this shit. Oh my god. I am in misery. Okay, let's do this. So that one's been done, that one's been done, that one's been done. Hide them. Accidentally had an additional face selected. Hide them so that we know that they're done. That seems like a good one. And that seems like a good one. Not totally opposite each other, but opposite enough. Why does this one alone have seams on it already? Evidently I must have done that myself. Unwrap. How's that one? That's not bad. Nope, not sharp, not seam. It's annoying that those two things are so close together. His hair is starting to look a bit like Rainbow Dash. That's kind of what I'm going for, in a weird way. You're not like 100% wrong, honestly. The goal kind of is to try to have each segment be a different color, essentially. I need to unhide the hair so that I can see where things are being covered. It is nearly 1:30, so I should probably think about stopping. Where's my little notepad? To-do list. I did correct the material on the cheek. It's a good thing I wrote that down because I would have forgotten about that. This bit of cheek fluff that was hidden by the hair, it had the wrong material assigned to it, so that got fixed. So it is just finishing the UV wrapping, and then I got to do the substance file. But the main thing about the UV wrapping now is just the hair. It's always the hair. It always comes back to this bloody hair. It always comes back to this bloody hair. Excuse me. Remember to drink water. Remember, guys, there's no need to break someone's heart. Break their bones. They have 206 of those suckers. Alright, Kane, calm down. Look. Look. We all know this. Kooky fun characters, love them, great. Kooky fun characters who go mad with power. Num 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 num. Shake, 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 shake. Puts in a jar and shakes. Goes fucking feral. Bad blue, no touch villain, no villain arc. But what if as a treat? Villain arc as a treat? But if no villain arc, then how redemption arc? Pointy finger emojis. If no villain arc, then how have redemption arc? Please? Please? Funny voice man whose most dangerous moment is with the calm voice. Fine vintage. Delicious. You don't need to be a villain to get redeemed. You can also be a pathetic creature. Uh-oh, it's me. Wretched beast. Let's be real, that's more likely what would happen with me. Why be evil when you can just be pathetic? I'm gonna need the paperwork for your villain arc filled in at least 1 week prior. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize I had to give my notice. You gotta give notice about that kind of stuff. Otherwise, everybody would be having their villain arc at the same time, and we can't be having that. Would it be... I mean, I've been doing double seams on these. Would it be better if I just did single seams? To some degree. I'm gonna continue with double seams, I think. I apologise to people who follow me on Blue Sky for all of the Amazing Digital Circus and Kame spam. I will not be stopping anytime soon. Me going through villain and pathetic creature like a metronome. You're talking about your OCs, right? Right. Right. Das and Kels have their villain art paperwork backlogged in triplicate. Oh dear. Have you booked your holidays yet? Oh, that one came out very neat, didn't it? That's pleasant. I'll tell you to be constructive criticism is always appreciated. Yep, we love that. Also, we got an organic, my dear. You can have that one. You can have that one. We had an organic, my dear. I'll give you it because I'm feeling nice. And we're talking about my hyperfixations. I have a good name for your villain, Arc Persona JetBlue. Technically, I've talked about this before. Technically, there is an evil blue, and it's Blood Moon Blue. But she does. That's like villain in a bestial sense. Blood Moon Blue is feral and doesn't have any sort of like cognitive reasoning. So it's a villain in the way that a monster is a villain. She's more monstrous in that form, but not necessarily like villainous. Nothing beats a JetBlue villain arc. Blood Moon Blue is an antagonist, not a villain, in my opinion. That's a fair way to say it. Yeah. Because like I think being villainous definitely requires like thought, you know. Like it's a decision in a way. Blood Moon is definitely yeah, as I said, more like a force of nature in a way. I said it before, but it should probably make like a avatar skin of the Blood Moon version of Blue. But I'd probably want a different avatar base because she also bulks up. It's literally just, hi, my character's already a wolf by default, but what if I put a werewolf transformation in? So she bulks up and becomes feral. I got a couple of bases in mind that would probably work. I could technically use the Volpa in a way, because the Volpa sort of works, but I feel like I would want to edit it a little bit. I think the Haral would be a nice one. The bear isn't the villain, it's just hungry. That's true. She is hungry. All the time. It's like the primary driving factor is that she is hungry and she cannot satiate herself. Because I'm that kind of person, I thought about the lore about it. Radiation from the blood moon causes the cells in her body to rapidly mutate and divide, which consumes a lot of energy, causes her to grow exponentially. And she feels this ravening hunger to satiate herself because she's burning so much energy. Technically, her internal temperature also increases, but not enough for it to visibly be different, but it means that you would see, if it was raining and cold, you would see steam rising off of her. What, you reading? Oh, I'm not reading, I'm talking about OC stuff. I feel Tangent is due for this at this point. Fine, you can have Tangent because I'm feeling generous. I'm being so generous today, I hope you know that. You can tell I'm getting excitable because the spook just came and closed my door, which means I'm getting so excited that my voice is getting elevated. And he's like, I'm just going to shut this because you're being loud. I'm loud and excitable because I'm talking about things I like. Oh, fuck. Do I have horrible news for you? That lore now makes me think of very bad. What? What you just described as Gregor? Oh shit! That's literally how Gregor works in his horrible news for her. Oh dear. Oh dear. I'd have to look it up. I genuinely don't remember which came first because Blood Moon Blue is technically Ajko era lore, which I think means technically she came first, but it's one of those things where we're both probably inspired by the same stuff. We're not inspired by each other, we're inspired by the same things. Was before 100%. Okay. I figured it probably was. Nova Beast could have feral forms, hair going up like supersonic. Technically, you could do that just by animating the bones in the hair because the hair has fizz bones in it. But you could do that with any furry species that has a mane. You could do that with the Volpa. Mm-hmm. Greco has a lot of his stuff from SCP-682, the hard-to-destroy reptile, where extreme regeneration requires him to replace mass in his body. See, I don't think I was consciously taking inspiration from that, but I was just somewhat trying to put... It just, again, of just like, it's fantasy, but I'm going to try to staple logic into it, which, just, fits Blue a lot. That's, like, Blue's entire thing of, like, fantasy, but with a kind of logic to it, which is very, very Monster Hunter, which is why I enjoy that franchise so much. It's very Monster Hunter-esque. Because canonically she has good recovery anyway. She has higher than average recovery. So yeah, I mean, a lot of the stuff that I already just briefly summarized of the effects of lunar, a particular type of lunar radiation, aka the blood moon, causes the natural regeneration to escalate. But that requires energy, which then leads to a ravening hunger. You literally described it like a Monster Hunter journal to me, so 10 out of 10. Yay, thank you. At one point, because the old Agco server did have that sort of, like, not quite like full sci-fi, but like slightly sci-fi-ish aspect to it. At one point, I wanted to literally write like a fake, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a fake report that like one of the science people would have written about her. Of like how, because she isn't really like aware of all of these things because she's quite, she's not scientific. Whereas because there were loads of scientists, they would have done that. They would have literally just been like, what is this creature and how does it work? Which, funny enough, was like her relationship with her primary antagonist back in the day. Her primary antagonist was a biologist. He wanted to unwrap her UVs to go back to an earlier topic. Which, don't take kindly to that. Oh, and you want to know something else? I'm actually going to bring up a picture on stream for this. This is for Das. This is for Das. I'm going to go find ancient art. Because you know what, when you see it, you'll fully understand. Bearing in mind, of course, this was, again, Agco era. What are you doing? Why are you doing that? Just open the image. This image. This image. I have always been the same. And this is looking at Das, and Das will know what I'm talking about. But apparently, I have always been the same. The glasses emo. I'm gonna hit circles bingo. You know what? You're so right. You're so right. I do know why. I will not be explaining for the rest of chat. You are so right. This is Circle. Oh, Circles has been hit by random. Oh no, you got it before. You got there before me. You got there before me. You're so right. You're so right, though. It is Circles. I'm shaking myself at this point. I'm gonna put myself in the jar and shake. Why are you like this? I haven't changed. Oh, Core got the bingo. There you go. He was so desperate for it. Core got bingo. Congrats, Core. I'm shaking. Shakes you, shakes you, shakes you. Figuratively, I'm grabbing you, and it is making the squeaky toy noise. I have not changed. I have not changed. Everyone is so confused. Everyone who isn't Das is very, very confused right now. I will not be elaborating. I can get bingo in 2 ways. I just need Forbidden Soup and I'll have it on both cards. Interesting. I think technically if I get Forbidden Soup, I might also get bingo. No, I won't. I got two things in that line. Yeah. I got a this has been a very big bingo week, I will acknowledge. Like, we've had the regular random redeem, but a lot of stuff has actually been ticked off this week. I will not state what I need. I will also not state what I need. Oops, I unwrapped that one without EVing it. What I need, therapy. I'll post how close I am, but hide the numbers of what I need. Sure, if you want to. I'm not going to stop you. Me 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 me. Me 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 me. Yeah, to emphasize how much I have regressed over the last 3 days because of the amazing digital circus, I was reading fanfic last night. I haven't read fanfic for a piece of media in actual years. I've written my own for my D&D characters. which I consider to be separate. But yeah, I was reading Amazing Digital Circus fanfic last night. So I've regressed to my early 2000s self, apparently. In general chat, fair. I'm starting to think maybe I should make a chat in the Discord, which is for stuff for stream, you know? Because of the amount of time that, like, stuff will get posted. So if you're, like, taking a screenshot or, like, quoting the stream, I'm wondering if I should make a channel just for that. I don't know. I suppose if we don't, just it does give people the chance to be like, oh, what the hell just got posted in general? So there is that, of if we just let people post it in general, people might go, what the heck is happening on stream? I'm gonna go watch stream, because that would be nice. So, I don't know, there's an argument for and against. Oh yeah, Des, I got a couple of YouTube music things to send to you. One is a Kane Crash Out playlist, and one is an amazing Digital Circus song that they made apparently several months ago, which is wild when you watch the music video and listen to the lyrics, and you're like, wait, this song was released before episode 8. The cast were smiling to themselves. The cast were very, very much smiling to themselves with that one, because it's a song that has the cast as the singers, which is nice. It's pretty cool. It's also very catchy. I've listened to it on repeat like 6 times, because I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm having fun. Leave me to play with my dolls. But also the Kane Crash Out playlist is just good. I sent you one of mine. Ooh. Oh, it's by the Stupendium? Fantastic. I love the one that he did about Outer Worlds, which I'm pretty sure you also know about. Got the literal entire cast on it. I do love that the cast is so open to doing things like that. Because evidently, because we have both independently of each other found 2 songs that are made by someone separate from Glitch, but has the cast in the song. It's on his playlist. Of course it is. Of course it is. Just sits and giggles to myself. I'm fine. It sounds like I'm having a breakdown, but I'm so fine. I'm so fine, guys. If it sounds like I'm going crazy, it might be because I am, but in a good way. Also, Hazard, I have seamed all of the hair. If you were going crazy, it would be a short trip. Yeah, it didn't take long. It took one episode. It took one episode of the Amazing Digital Circus for me to go crazy. Because I enjoyed it a lot, I'll acknowledge. I enjoyed it a lot before the last episode came out. And then the last episode, like, flicked a switch in my brain. Also, if anyone is also into the digital circus like me, and you're curious about certain inspirations, you'll probably, if you watch any videos about people talking about it, you probably inevitably hear them talk about "I have no mouth and I must scream," which has been stated by the actual creator of very clearly one of the inspirations. But like, you can tell anyway, even if they hadn't said that, you'd be able to tell. If you're curious about that, the audiobook version of I Have No Mouth is just on YouTube for free. It's very short because I Have No Mouth is a short story. It's literally like less than an hour. The audiobook version video, if you just search for it, you'll find it. It's read by the author as well. It is dark. You know, it is mature. But it is free. Am wants to know your location. It's very fun seeing Am and Kane fan art together. That's stuff that I've been seeing, is people drawing Kane and Am together. And if you don't know who Am is, go watch or listen or read I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. Ship it! My favorite interaction who fixes different. Ultron and Am. Ooh. Look, you guys know me. I'm a big GLaDOS enjoyer, to the point that I made a Portal AU for our D&D characters where the villain was GLaDOS. Big GLaDOS enjoyer. So it's not surprising, really, that this has tickled my brain the way it has. Oh my god, we did it. Okay, the hair has been seamed. Out of interest, if I just unwrap this way. Okay, that's not awful, but I think I will probably prefer to do it manually. Excuse me. Oop, absolutely not. This is where I'm going to mess around with various UV methods. It's like Gladys and 9000 interacted in that one game, which is the only part I cared about. Hi, Bennett! Hi, Bennett. I will sort out finalizing your thing later. Still just messing around with this. Nope, nope. 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 None of these are doing what I want them to. Wow, why are you doing that? Nope. Hmm. Hmm. None of that's really what I'm looking for. No. I realised how much of a BMU fanboy I am, so I play a lot of Motorfest, and there are playlists, and one was about BMW, and I was like, hell yeah. Oh, nice. Look, we've just been having a conversation for the last hour about my various hyperfixations with fictional characters, so you're fine. You're more than fine. I don't think that's correct either. God damn it. None of these are really doing what I want. That's like half doing it, but then it like leaves this bit down the bottom, and I'm like, could you not? Could you not do that? I would prefer if you didn't. Maybe I just gotta do it this way. The old-fashioned way. Corby like, this stream is too quiet. I need noise. No, it still doesn't want to do that. Getting called out deservedly. How dare there be serenity? I'm an American unit. Do you know what the theme for next fallacy will be? I do. It's a bit of an odd one to describe because the theme is like video games, which is weird for a convention that is a video game, but it's like I think it's like early 2000s vibe kind of video game. It's another one of those ones where it's like it's the theme, it's so broad of like you could interpret that in so many different ways. But they do technically have the style guide out as well, I believe, now. Retro video? Don't say retro, please. Don't refer to the early 2000s as retro. But yeah, it has that kind of like it's serving Jet Set Radio. It's serving Jet Set Radio kind of vibes. So that, yeah, it's you can kind of see from the like that got these like 5 very bright, like almost highlighter colors. Everyone's got like this, you know, there's the D-pad. All of these characters have like a D-pad hidden on them somewhere. 90s futurist, yeah, that sort of vibe. It's sort of like a little, it's like a little Y2K. It's this one, like it's like early 2000s. Like if you dressed up as someone from like Kingdom Hearts or from like, I don't know, Ratchet and Clank, you'd probably fit in. It's like the early 2000s vibe of what the future would be. The Yin is dope. They're all really cool. I like this. I like the yellow outfit. I would wear the yellow outfit with the blue color palette because obviously it me. Though this one is also nice, the links. But yeah, it's very techwear as well because like they've all got unnecessary straps on them. Unnecessary straps. They all have unnecessary straps. It's kind of neat that they all have shoes. It's a bit different. They're all wearing fingerless gloves as well, so I have the market cornered there, apparently. They're all wearing fingerless gloves. They all have, like, a knee pad on. So yeah, it feels like, it does feel like Jet Set Radio-ish. Like, with a little futuristic kind of twist. Yeah. The outfits of Ultravox Prism avatars are a combination of active streetwear, athletic gear, layered on top of a base undersuit. Sneakers, belts, gadgets, and elbow knee pads are typical accessories. Each outfit features a bold primary colour accented with halftone patterns and gradients. I do love me gradients. Grown to really like yeens. Yeens are cool. Yeens are cool. have a Yin character that I should develop more. Ultra icons are used to decorate clothing on with prominent spray designs found on the back of jackets, and then they've got some assets that you can already buy if you want to buy into that Ferality have made themselves. So yeah. Ideally, I'm at the point where I kind of should be trying to make assets like I did last year, like when I made the scarf, the hourglass, and the book for Somna last year. But honestly, my commission queue is too big. So at the moment, not currently looking at that because I got too much work. But if I clear it, then I might do. But yeah, it's basically it's like find some techwear that fits your avatar and give it a bright neon color, and you'll be pretty good. You'll be pretty good. There is a techwear outfit for the Jex, which does make me kind of want to wear the Jex for this year. Because we know that I always tout how much I love the Jex. Because, for Umbra, I wore the Nova Beast. And I did kind of pick that because it had clothing available. Literally this outfit. If I put this outfit on my Jex and instead of making it black and white, I just made it like neon purple. Bam. Thematically done. So, yeah. This is your reminder that I love Jexes, and if you buy a Jex, I will give you a little smooch on the forehead. Yeah. So I could just wear a Jex. I could just wear my Jex for Ultra. It's kind of funny because Koodalin, or pretty much every year, Koodalin does a thematic outfit for Ferality. And she kind of preempted this one because she released that techwear outfit like a couple of months ago before the theme was like fully announced. So part of me wonders, like, does she need to make an outfit? Because, like, she's already made one that works really well. She could just do a texture for it. Also, I should stop. I told myself I should stop at 5:30 and it's now freaking 6:30. I should be stopping. I need to go spend time with my husband. I've just realised I'm actually being kind of selfish. I should go. Honestly, I haven't opened VRC in months. Nor VR for that matter, fair enough. I've done it more recently. I've been in VR twice in the last week, which is like a lot for me. Actually, 3 times. I've been in VR 3 times this week, which is a dramatic increase because previously I'd barely gone in once a month. Now I've gone in 3 times in the last week. No clue what I'm doing for Ferality. Fair. Team this year don't be much my vibe. Yeah, this year's a weird one. It's so weird because Somna was so good. And already this year's feels kind of lacking. It's not even started, and it already feels lacking. It's a bit of a weird one. I'd like to point out, technically, the Jex is still on sale. It is. The Jex is on sale, because there was a convention that the maker went to. So, that's a good time to get a Jex. But yeah. Yes, I do. I need to spend time with my husband, though. So yeah. I'll see you guys later. I saw in the Discord, I'm going to try to do a community night, but because it is the husband's birthday, the family are coming over. So I will likely be late. There might not be a stream, but the event will still be happening. So I encourage you to be in the Discord if you want to go play this new golfing game. I've forgotten the name of it. It's like Battle Golf or something. That's what the game is going to be. So yeah. Take care, Blue, and happy birthday, sweet. Thank you, everybody. So I might not see you later on stream, but I may see you later in the Discord. If I don't see you guys for stream, we should be streaming Sunday, I think. So take care, whatever it is you get up to. As I said, Bennett, I do need to sort out your thing. The remainder of the invoice needs to be sorted. If you are happy with everything, then we just settle up the remainder of the invoice and I'll send shit your way. But obviously I'm about to go leave my computer for a bit, so don't expect it for the next couple of hours because I'm going to go be with my husband on his birthday. So I will go see you guys later. Have fun, whatever you get up to. Lizard. And I'll see you soon. Bye!